are, Sunday again. So today we're celebrating the feast of Christ the King. So that means that next Sunday is already the beginning of Advent, which means that we're coming to the end of the liturgical year and Christmas is just around the corner. So what does it mean that we're celebrating the feast of Christ the King? We can find the answer in the Gospel this Sunday. So it's a very beautiful reflection of the type of king that Jesus is. So Jesus is speaking to Pilate just before he's basically being judged. This is a moment where Pilate is interrogating him. What sort of king are you? Or who are you? And Jesus responds, I am a king, but I'm a king not of this world. I'm a different sort of king. I am a king of the kingdom of heaven. I am a king who is willing to lay down his life for his sheep. A king that is willing to take up the cross. A king that is so willing and so humble that really the logic is not of this world. Who wants to die for others? Who wants to suffer? Who wants to be that sort of king? Because we're all so used to, I think, being kings, kings and queens of our own little world, our own little kingdom, our own little context. Sometimes we can really forget that we're part of something bigger. That, already we are a part of the kingdom of God, the kingdom of heaven. Here on earth, we're living this reality already. So sometimes we forget it. Sometimes we don't recognize it. And something that's very beautiful about this reading of Jesus with his encounter with Pilate is that he says that he was called to be a witness to the truth. In his kingship, he was called to be a witness to the truth. And I think in our journey of living in the kingdom of God, when we learn to leave behind or see the world or this reality that we are living as not just the day-to-day things that we're living, but something a bit more bigger or transcendent, and we realize, in our relationship with Jesus, in our relationship with this King, he sees our truth. He sees who we really are. And sometimes it can be a bit difficult for us to face the truth, to recognize perhaps parts of ourselves that still belong to the world, parts of ourselves that still don't want to lay itself down to love. But, this is actually something very beautiful when we allow Jesus to point to us, to show us the truth about ourselves. Because this is where we can recognize that he's calling us to live for something bigger, to live as he did as the Son of God, to really recognize our true identity and dignity as children of God. So this Sunday, I invite you to ask Jesus, what sort of kingdom am I living in? What truth do I need to hear?